Hey everybody, Kimberly Lebbing here. I work with business owners and professionals who are success minded and they are also stuck or struggling in their businesses. And I have a very unique program called 4 Hour Rapid Results where we fix whatever problem it is that they're having mindset wise in 4 hours or less so that they can accelerate their success. So, today I'm going to talk to you about the difference between information and transformation. Two very, very different topics and strategies to success. And actually, one is a strategy, one is just more information, and I will explain the difference. So, if you are someone who reads all the books, you're doing all the podcasts, you're listening to mindset podcasts, you're going to webinars, seminars, and you're listening to webinars. You're consuming information, but you're still stuck or struggling. This could be the difference for you. So, and that's because there is a huge difference between information and transformation. Huge. And this is something I used to do. And honestly, it's something I still do. I mean, information is very valuable. I mean, I read books every day. I still listen to podcasts. I go to webinars. I'm in different Facebook groups, just like you're in part of this one, or you may be hearing this on YouTube. I consume information much like probably you consume information. The difference is in the transformation. How much transformation are you seeing or feeling through the books, the webinars, the seminars, the free information that you're downloading, or the low cost information that you're getting? How much transformation and application is happening through that process? So, a story about even myself. For years, I went to seminars. I read all the books. I did all the affirmations for years. And when I say years, I'm not kidding. I mean like 5, 6, 7 years of going to seminars, specifically doing affirmations. And it got me further. It was a much slower process. And the reason that is because it wasn't individual for me. I was trying to apply it, and I was, because I am a doer. However, it only got me so far. It only brought me so far through the process. It wasn't until I had someone that worked with me one-on-one who was able to get really specific and pull out what it was, the problems that I was having, the struggles that I was having, and they were able to pinpoint what that was, because I wasn't able to identify that on my own. That's when I started to see the true transformation, and it really moved me forward faster. Another example of this, I recently hired a business coach. She's fabulous. However, I followed her in her group for a couple of years at least. I'm not even sure of the time frame. And I followed her group. I listened to her trainings. I read her book. I bought her book, read it. And it's really interesting because everything I was reading, it resonated and it did a lot for, I guess, opening up my mind. The information was very, very valuable, but it wasn't specific in what I was dealing with. So the transformation happens in those details when you can figure it out, what it is specifically that you need. Then you can start to identify whatever the problem is, identify it, then you can begin to make steps specifically to fix whatever the problem is. So I had followed this. I'm going back to that story. I had followed her for a year or two. Then I hired her, and literally in our first session, we got so far. Like, I mean, it was like, 5 years worth of progress in one little session. So the transformation happened because she knew what questions to ask me. She knew what I was struggling with, and she was able to move me along much, much faster than I would have been able to do on my own by consuming all that information. And let's face it, like if all that information really, really led to transformation, then like we wouldn't need anybody else. Like think about all the books there are out there on mindset and success, and how far, do they really give you transformation? And I'm not discounting the books. We should always be learning and reading, but we should also understand their place, and that reading them, consuming that information, you can go so far, but if you're really looking to move forward, you might need a little bit more. You might need to really ask some deep questions of yourself or get some help on how to do that, on what specifically your problem or wherever you're stuck in, what specifically that is, so that you can move forward faster. And I know this. I recently talked with a business owner who he's had a ton of success. And he shared with me that he really doesn't like to go out and get outside support, other than reading books and the free things. And he's been stuck. So that information that he's been taking in hasn't been helping him move forward. I just see it over and over again. And I think that sometimes people confuse the two. Information and transformation are the same, and they're really not. Information is something that we're all driven to get. Like our minds were created to seek information. This is a good thing. However, the transformation happens in the details and the specific questions that we can ask to help direct our minds in the right place. And sometimes you need extra help with whatever that is so that you can start moving forward, because it may be a skill set that you don't have. It may be a skill set that you've never done before. And that's where extra help, or if you are really driven and you are able to extract that information and be very specific in the application, you may be able to move forward that way as well. So what I do with my clients, I'll just give you another example of someone who I worked with this past week, actually. And she came to me. She's got a successful business, but she feels stuck. And she's already very mindset focused. She talks about it all the time, actually. She's been stuck with moving forward, though, even though she's listening to podcasts, she's doing affirmations, she's doing all the right things. And it wasn't until I was able to come in and really talk about what specific problem she had. When we identified the problem pretty quickly, what it was, but then dig in a little deeper and, okay, what is causing this problem? What is the like, where did it start? Why are we doing it? Why is she doing it? Why? And how is she doing it? That's one of the things that I do, and being able to extract those very, very minute details, of how she does things and why she keeps seeing herself stuck is key in her transformation. We were able to go through the process, and frustration came up a lot in some of the things that she's been dealing with. And through my 4-hour process, we not only identified the problem, we figured out where it started. We were able to get rid of that frustration that she had so that she can move forward and have success. So, how cool is that? And it's the details. It was those details, those asking those very good questions. You hear me talk about asking good questions and then you'll get good answers. So being able to very intentionally ask her good questions to help extract what it was that she was dealing with was key in helping her move forward. So I have 3 specific steps with every single person in this 4-hour process that I do. And that's, we identify the big problem, we discover where it started, and then we fix it so it doesn't keep happening. So I hope you found this helpful. If you are struggling or stuck and you're not sure how to fix it, and you've already been doing the books, the podcasts, the webinars, and maybe it's helped a little, but you're still not there yet, that may be time to bring in some help. It may be time to dig in a little bit deeper. So I'd love to be able to help you with that. You can comment below and we can hop on a 30-minute call, Zoom call. I like to do Zoom calls to see if my program's a good fit for you. So thanks for listening. I hope you are having a fabulous day, and I will see you on the next video.